ever come home from a girls' trip and you feel like you've gained insight on how you want to live your best life? Sometimes you can get that just from a girls' dinner. When the girls get together, you can really help each other reach your best potential. Speaking of the girls, Abby and I, your wife, we've been messaging about donkeys. She really wants one. I think you should.
Well, I know. No, big alert. I already knew that. Yeah, she doesn't want just one. She wants like several, you know, because they got to have friends.
I know. Kind of just feeling like, though, like being your best self. She might be her best self with a donkey.
Well, you guys don't want to know what happens on guys' trips.
I don't. No.
Well, listen,
my husband comes home and I'm like, put everything in the washing machine.
I know. But we come back rejuvenated in our own way.
That's
so
true.
the Wellness Babes is a program that brings together 3 powerhouses in the wellness space to help you set and sustain your goals. So today we have Julie, Ragan, and Brianna Brown Keen join us to share more. And get this, Brianna and Ragan are from
Apple Valley.
Apple Valley, and all the 3s are from the Midwest, and Julie's from Fargo. Good to see you, ladies, and kind of welcome home, I guess. This is great.
It's fun to hear your friendship story, kind of those Midwest roots, and then living in LA. So, Brianna, tell us how you all got hooked up together, but then you all have really different angles when it comes to this project.
Yeah, it's great because we all met 27 years ago.
Wow.
We first came out to Los Angeles. We were all brought out by the same representation. And we have been friends, you know, throughout the years. And Julie is an incredible functional oncologist, or sorry, functional nutritionist with an oncology specialty.
Wow.
And fitness expert, obviously. Reagan is an integrative nutritionist, and she has her own cookbook, and she's incredible in the kitchen. And then myself, having been an actress, and as an actress, I have had to learn all of the things, and I'm big into goal setting. So I had this idea about, I don't know, 3 years ago. I said, oh, what if we all collaborated? We did a multi-pronged approach, and Julie, you hit on this, and the science, and Reagan, we hit on the recipes, and I hit on the goal setting and habit forming. We all did this thing, and that's what I'd ultimately want. And they were like, I'm in.
Great.
And so we created this 12-part course that is online, available to anybody. And then we meet monthly through an online community. And we have a free reset that we're doing for anyone that's available. And we're all so passionate about health and wellness and making it just easy.
Yeah. So, okay, let's start with you, Julie. So with your background, I mean, when the world that we're in now, I feel like everybody's so much more open to like what is being disseminated from the functional health part of it. So talk to us a little bit about the oncology part of it. Like, what do you bring to the table from that world?
Sure. Well, in my deep dive through studies throughout the year, like women's health, reproductive health, and then oncology, what you really discover is that the body is just a big chemistry project, and it's talking to you. So whether it presents as cancer or acid reflux, the body is telling you disease is starting in this body. So we need to look at the chemistry, what the body is saying, and then start to work with the chemistry that's on our plate, how it's affecting us. And so when I work with women, in this case, I'm really empowering them to understand what their body is saying and doing, and then how to help.
That's a really empowering approach, though, is listening to your body instead of this idea of like, I have been diagnosed with this, I have this, I am this, oh my gosh. Right. And it can kind of feel like my body's working against me. Your philosophy seems to be more, it's just telling us something.
It's communicating something to you, saying this is out of sync, this system isn't working well. So then we look at that, we dive a little deeper, and we're like, this is how we need to heal it through food. Reagan, hook me up with a recipe.
Yes.
You know, this is how we need to mentally stay focused and well. And so it's, you know, it's body, mind, food on the plate, how we're thinking, it's everything.
Yeah. And so then what are your sort of core tenets when you're talking about the food aspect? Because again, as we've all learned, all of our guts are different. Our microbiome's different, so maybe what works for you doesn't work for you. So like when you're thinking about it like nutritionally for advice, like what are your few like core tenets?
It's interesting because I've always loved food, and I grew up with a Hungarian grandmother, so she was making all of these heavy, like rich meals, and now we don't eat like that these days. So when we get together and maybe we're talking about hormone health, let's say, for example, and Julie will say, you know, these 5 ingredients are integral for this one specific topic, and I get to take those and make something creative. So the tenets are, it's simple, approachable, delicious, fun,
We try to make it very simple so that
Right.
it's something that you can just do and it doesn't feel like a huge task.
Yeah.
Since we don't need more to do, we need it more simplified.
We're
Yeah.
all busy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's busy. I
Yes.
mean, everybody listening right now is busy, whether
Yes.
you've got kids and you're running around. So, like, you don't want to have something so complicated that you can't implement in your own life.
And if it tastes bad, you're not going to do it.
No,
Right.
So it
yeah.
has to taste good. So that's why this is so important. And
So
if we
helpful.
understand why, then we'll make those changes. But making change is really hard. And as someone who has two parents that have suffered from severe health issues, and I've had health issues, I know how hard it is to make those changes. And so you need consistency, and small and steady changes create a big change over time.
So you swoop in with some of the goal setting. What
Yeah.
have you found that when people start to implement, because we've talked about manifesting your mission, which
Yeah.
is your project for a long time, when people start to really shift into just kind of thinking, oh, maybe I want this, or I don't even know if I'm thinking about what I'm wanting. I'm just in survival mode, to
Yeah.
really taking the reins and going, let's start to drive towards something. What's happening to people who are participating?
Well, I noticed that there's usually a big shift in energy and in their mental health gets better. And for example, all the women who are part of the nonprofit, the New Hollywood, who are formerly homeless single moms, they have access to this program.
Wow.
So a lot of them will have severe health issues where I'm like, hey, let's look at what you're eating. And then suddenly they're feeling better and then they have more energy. And it's not like they're no longer able to be, they might not have been able to work their job because they were having health issues. It's like, well, let's go back to the basics. And so that's a more severe example. But we may be having an issue postpartum or perimenopause, or, we're stressed out because we're overgiving. It's like, okay, let's take it back a notch. Let's refine. Here's how you can keep it simple. Maybe you need more selenium, and so you need to have Brazil nuts. And you suddenly understand that simple little thing that you can add in, like this month, just do this. This month, just do this. And then over time, over a year, you're feeling a lot better.
It makes a big difference.
Or sometimes it's like, hey,
Or
just
instantly.
take this out of your diet real quick and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm really big at replacement versus restriction.
Yes.
Because if we restrict too much, at least for me, I rebel.
Right.
And you tell me not to do something,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, now I want it.
This is so cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We're so happy that you're here. Welcome home. I hope you
Yes.
felt
Thank
embraced
you.
by the Midwest as soon as you arrived.
Absolutely.
Apologies for the humidity today.
I know, it's terrible. My hair, I just
Your
can't
hair is
believe it.
I'm really struggling today. Right now, the Wellness Babes are offering a free 5-day wellness reset. Brianna mentioned that. It's on their website. And we have a link for you to get more information on TwinCitiesLive.com.
Well, if you love getting the kids out in nature, the Kitchen Pantry Scientist has some awesome ways to turn your next hike into a hands-on adventure. Don't go away.